What's up? What's up, gang? All right, so first things first. Ugaz and Dgaz. I know that a lot of people just say it's the only thing that I focus on, and it pretty much is because there's a high profitability to that ETF and stock. So you really can't get around the fact that it is a very profitable ETF and overall just a position for me. So, and that's kind of how I got started in all of this. So we got to talk about UGAZ and DGAZ, TQQ, SQQ, where the market's going, and then I'm going to answer a few questions I got on my Discord last night. So, first things first. First things first. All right. So, also I'm going to talk about other the stuff that you should buy right now. All right. First of all, what's it called? You guys. Okay, you guys. You can see my past record, very, not that very profitable with you guys, but you can see it's a complete downward trend pattern, pretty much from its inception. So you have a high profitability of just buying Dgaz. I know it's at a low right now, but you can still make about 362. Whoops. About 5% on Dgaz before Ugaz probably starts to go up. So I want to make one thing clear. I look at all information on Ugaz and Dgaz. I look at fundamentals. I look at news. I look at what's happening with the oil. I look at NG, the futures, everything. It's just that I only talk about Ugaz and Dgaz because they only relate to so many things. And I do all the research on my own, and I'm just presenting it to you guys. And then I have my reasons why. So first, I have my alert set for 1524. But really, I would start to buy it when it starts to make new highs with this green EMA line. Now, everyone's been talking when is there a possibility that you guys might be delisted? There's a high probability of that happening, but it's pretty low considering that it's a highly traded ETF, and if we keep it, us as traders, we keep it above a certain price point, we will be able to do it. So, but first, we want to make money before anything else. So, you can see here that it's a solid downward trend. So even Dgaz, it's basically a solid upward trend. And you can see pretty much every single time it's just outperforming everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for a little bit more. And by the way, I'm holding shares in both a Dgaz and Ugaz, not personally, but in my hedge fund. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear last time. Some people are saying so much for your technical analysis, so much for your data analyst. We are still up. And by the way, I did not buy at that very moment. It was down here. It was at like the very, very low. And then we also bought some here. So our averages are about 13, 18. So we're still profiting off of it, but we're probably going to sell it by the time it hits this EMA line and uses it as a resistance. But we're most likely going to sell 4% of it because we're already up 13, somewhere in there. We're already up 3.19%. But it's estimated to be at 9.2%. I mean, it's 6.92% by the end of the week, which is $14.07. So at that point, we'd sell 70% of our shares. And then if it keeps going up, then we have a lower price and we'll buy back in. But if it goes down again, we're going to see a push off, and we're going to sell all of Ugaz and just go straight into Dgaz. So we don't really have to worry about it. But you can see the price of natural gas is going up. It's in a swing pattern. So there's a big jump. There's big jumps in natural gas, and now it's starting to push up. So now you can see that it hit a resistance line, and it's doing a cup and handle V pattern. And all my indicators say it's going to be like that. Russia and the Saudi Arabians are not pumping out oil to their fullest extent. So yes, I do think that Ugaz has, and since natural gas is made from oil, I do think that it is a very high likely chance of Ugaz pushing up pretty much in the future. So do whatever you want, but it's still going up. So I want to talk about... Shoot. Never mind. Alright, so then I'm going to talk about TQQ and SQQ, which is the NASDAQ, kind of. Alright, so here's the thing. Okay, we got a solid upward trend. The Fibonacci lines, I put them on. They're really, really good at responding. So my prediction for TQQ is that it will go up until 86.76. That is my prediction. It is not like hard evidence, but it can use it as a resistance line. And now that it's consolidating and getting closer to the end, people are getting more scared about the markets between China and America, because the U.S. and China are placing tariffs, like heck of a lot tariffs, and they're talking it out, and they're pretty much in a, not really a trade war, but they're pretty much in a trade war. So you can see that it's just been consolidating with a nice upward trend for the past 6 days. But it has been consolidating. Like, you can see this is good growth, but if you look right here, it's pretty much done. Alright, so I'm going to talk about some stuff. Okay, so some people are asking me about Royal Caribbean, all those cruise lines, some airlines, everything. And a big problem with all those travel places is that they're not profitable right now, and it's likely that they won't be profitable for like a year. So why would I buy now and risk stuff going bankrupt? Or I could just wait for them to make new highs. And that's kind of a big issue for investors now, because the companies, they need investors to save them. But, sorry guys. Alright, so a big problem with all these travel companies is that they won't become profitable for a long time. I know I said that, but they won't. Once the coronavirus thing starts to open back up and people start going to work, and the government is going to stop giving them like stimulus checks. Delta, United, a few more companies, Royal Caribbean, RCL, no, not RCL, Carnival, RCL, Royal Caribbean, everything. Once they run out of money from the government, their stock price is going to go plummeting, and that's the issue, because people are going to be scared to get on any cruises, any planes. They're going to be scared to travel, all because of the coronavirus thing, and that is the biggest issue that we've had, that they're going to have. It's going to be like 9/11. People are scared to get on an airplane because they're scared of like a terrorist hijacking it, even though that was one, and there was like 0 terrorist attacks on an airplane for like 40 years before that. One plane caused all of that, and now there's people dying, and there's been way more people dying now than 9/11. So it's going to be like 9/11 for transportation times how many people. So you can see here on the chart, you can see, I know you can't see my mouse, but You can see it says COVID-19 stats, and it's going up. The markets are going up, but the big issue is that everything is probably going to crash when the government stimulus come back. They stop coming out. Um, they're going to be done because they hire back all the workers. Because to get the government stimulus, you need to have workers. So now they're paying their workers to work for literally nothing. And then the government stimulus starts coming because every other business is doing fine. So then it causes all those companies to crash. And that's a big issue. And I'm going to show you that on the chart. I'm going to show you that on, I'm going to show you that on some charts. All right, RCL. Okay, you might think that's a good stock to buy, but from here, this is when the government stimulus was engaged. And then they have good growth. Look at this. If you bought it at $19, you sold it right now, you're up 174%, which means that's a very, very good return, but they've just been overbought. Total garbage. Literally for a super, super long time. Now you just got to think of this as just literally being all these, this is all government stimulus. No person is getting on a cruise ship right now, which means this is not actual profit. This is just investors inflating the price of the stock. Investors inflating the price of the stock, absolutely just pretty much destroying anything that they can get their hands on. They have bad earnings reports. They're in debt like 80% right now, and so it's going to be a long time before they start making a profit. But look at, they were up 174%, 170% basically since the beginning. So you got to just think of that. Whenever stuff like that happens, you just got to think, why is it going up? Well, that's why. So once the government stimulus happened, it's going to be insane because they have to pay all their workers, and then they have to pay for the boats. They have to pay for everything. So that's pretty bad. All right, so I'm going to move on to this next piece. I got a Discord, I think, from Jerry's Productions. He has a theory. At 10:50 and 11 a.m. Western time, Ugaz hits the top, and it will go down the same with Dgaz. At 10:50, wait, hold on, I can't read. At 11 a.m. Western time, Ugaz hits top. It hits top, and then it goes down. Same with Dgaz. At 10:50, it hits lows and rebounds. At rebounds about $15. An uptrend to 11 a.m. from 10:50. The last 2 weeks, I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. I'm trying to think of other ways. So, the last 2 weeks I'm down, but I kick myself because I would feel like recovered. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about Ugaz, and we're going to see if we can see a pattern. So we're going to go in the 5-minute chart. And then I'm going to see what the time zone difference is. Hold on. Western time to Alright, so it's about 2 hours ahead. So, that would be, okay, so at 11, at their 11 minus 2, quick maths, it's 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is when it opens for me. So I'm going to go every 9 a.m. and we're going to just look here. Okay, 9 a.m. hasn't reached 9 a.m. yet there. Sorry for all this confusion. Okay, Ugaz hits high, downtrends until, wait. Okay, it's 10:50. So right here, it hits its high, and then downtrends. It's just downtrends until 10 o'clock. Okay, and then we're gonna look at that one more time. Actually, a few more times. 9 o'clock. 8:50. Well, no, it's 9. I don't see it. I really just don't see it. Please tell me if I'm missing anything, but like right here, there's like a consolidation period, I guess, but I'm not really seeing anything. Yeah, pretty much it is a consolidation period. Alright, so on that one, please tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, but I really think that that is not that good of a prediction. I'm sorry. But I really do think that when you focus on something, you can probably find a pattern. So every Thursday, the natural gas report comes out, and that's the best pattern pretty much ever. So please go watch my video on that if you're struggling. So I'm gonna go to and talk about man, what's it called? What did I say after this? Oh, good stocks right now. All right, so I currently bought. I just bought WB. I know it was way overhyped, but I bought it as we got a breakout indicator and everything, and I plan to hold this for until 32.39. So that would be about a 3% gain in everything. I mean, noticing I'm only holding 3 shares, so it really doesn't matter, but it is a very, very profitable swing trade. GDS. It's very volatile. It's very like skippy and stuff. But you can see every single time, I've recognized a pattern. Every single time it breaks above the blue EMA, no, the blue SMA and the green EMA, there's a good pump. Look at pumps right there, 13%. Pumps right here. Wait, yeah, pumps right here, 14%. So I got in, and only up 0.11%, but I'm still waiting for it to go up. So you just gotta recognize those patterns. Like, look at right here. It starts a solid upward trend for 16%. Right here. Starts an upward trend for 7 days at 4%, or 25 days at 14%, and overall, like right here, watch, from here to here, 11%. And that, especially like right here, look at, in one day it did 5%, the next day it did another 6%, the next day it didn't broke above, but it got rejected. Did it again, kind of got rejected, but there's these massive spikes that you can see. So it's not that big of like a issue. Okay. Um, Dgaz, I know, I told you, it's looking pretty good. But wait for, the stuff that I was talking about earlier. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. Jets. So this is being pumped full of stimulus. It's not, the government's not letting it get below $12. So really don't, I mean, they did, but that was like an all-time low. So RC, wait, no, that's good for tomorrow. Um, I'm just updating you on my stocks, pretty much. All right, so this is my smaller account, 3,000 in it. I'm going to show you my account performance. All right, so here was my stuff. Here's my stuff. So GSX, called this out. Let's look at GSX. Massive spike. I bought it yesterday here. Massive spike up. It went up 9%. Touched the top. I sold because it was overbought on the RSI, and it seems to be very reflective of that. So we're going to talk about a GDS. Wait, we already talked about that. NEF. I only put not that much in it. NEF. What did it look like? NFE, sorry, dyslexia. NFE. Alright, so you can see that it started its upward trend, but it reached the top of the stock RSI, and I just thought that it was a good place to sell. I made a little bit of profit off of it. It was good. So you can see some of my investments don't work out, and some of them work out to be better than expected. And then I'm also doing this experiment with this, the 5-minute ranking. I'm going to track 6 of the best stocks that I see on here for 3 days and see what their average percentage gains are. Which means, if it's right, I think it's telling the future. Actually I don't, but I really think that most of these stocks, like GSX, I found this one on here yesterday. TQQ, I found this one about 6 weeks ago here. I'm just saying, it's just a really, really good scanner. I don't know what the heck they use, but yep. Also, and then long term, I'm just going to cover real quick. Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, B. I bought some of that. I said Facebook. Zillow, Google. 2% of my account is in TQQ, so I can beat the market. Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, all those stocks. I'm going to be making a new video on that, but I'd just like to cover that real quick, okay? So, thanks for watching. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you're not down on your positions. I hope you take my advice for granted. I just fixed the school link down below. It takes you to a YouTube video, and it shows you how to do it on your phone. You can only do it on your phone. I'm not sure why. Listen, I'm really not sure why. But it just worked for me on my phone. So it'll make you download the Teachable app and yeah, everything like that. And the link is in the description of that video to get to the Teachable stuff. So you really couldn't really mess up. I'm sorry if it held people up. I just created 3 more trading programs in the same school, and apparently I don't think you're supposed to do that. So, thanks for watching. See you later.